everybody. It's a brand new podcast from Rushdown Radio called Hollywolves. I'm Michael, of course, and I'm joined here with our newest person on the Rushdown team, Matt Meltdown.
How's it going, everybody?
Boo that day, but
what? Okay. I'm sorry. That's my handle. If you can't handle my handle,
so you got to fire him already. He's fired. He's already fired. It's day one.
Damn.
How you get fired your day off?
What? Yikes! I just got here.
You did, but you said something stupid.
I mean, that's par for the course.
Wow, he said.
Look, I've seen the other podcasts on Rushdown.
Wow.
Like big punch, big bag gamer politics, man.
Wow,
are we kidding?
How you gonna come from FGC as the rush hour?
Look, I love them. I watch those religiously because y'all are great. But also, like, don't sit there and act like stupidity ain't a frequent thing on Rushdown.
Yikes. The opinions and views expressed by Matt Meltdown are not the opinions and views of Rushdown Radio.
Okay, fine. We'll take those.
Okay, so yeah, this is basically a new podcast. We're going to be talking about movies and TV shows, music, anything that's not video games, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm pretty well versed in some of those things.
Yeah, definitely stuff that's mostly gamers or nerds will probably listen to or watch too, because it's not going to be like just everything out there. So a lot of Marvel stuff, a lot of DC, especially today's episode.
Yes.
So we got a lot to talk about with that. But up first, what are you watching these days? What are you playing? Listening to or reading the mangas? Are you reading Ichigo's Adventure still?
No, I have not. I've not like tuned into Bleach and everything. I will say watch Bleach though. Watch Bleach. I mean, it's just as long as One Piece, if not shorter. Watch it. It like the writing is a little fucky. Skip the bound arc. Skip it. You don't need to watch it.
Wow. It's the best arc though.
You and your damn vampires. No, watch Bleach. As far as what I'm watching, I just finished WandaVision. WandaVision is really, really good.
Good.
I hope people will go and watch WandaVision. Like, please do.
Especially now you can actually just binge the whole season while the rest of us have to sit there every week.
Yes. Yeah, definitely go watch WandaVision. Starting Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Woo, we'll talk about that later too, because the first episode came on last week.
Yeah. A lot to go over in that episode. I think that's it for me. I'm not really watching too much else at the moment. I started It's Always Sunny, and
oh god, that's such a Matt show.
Look, they got me in the first episode. Like there was some wild shit going on.
That is such a Matt TV show I've ever saw one.
It's very chaotic, and I was like, and my friend was like, yeah, watch It's Always Sunny. You'll love it. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. First episode, the gang gets racist, and I was like, oh.
That's a good way to start off a show.
It would look. They kind of had me in this one line, and it's so unfortunate that a white person said it, but it was the way they did everything. Where I'm just like, you know what? I can't even be mad at it. Watch It's Always Sunny. At least it's a show that you can't really root for any of those characters because they're all inherently terrible people. Do not root for any of these people because they do not deserve it. But it's still funny, so.
All right, that's a good pitch. Maybe I'll follow one. I've gotten recommendations for watching that show as well, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. I mean, it's just too much stuff to watch.
Yeah. Especially these days. What? How many streaming services are there?
Man, I have all of them on my own television, on my Roku.
Yes. Well, let's see. What we got: Netflix, Pluto, Sling, Prime Video, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Hulu, Spotify counts. I mean, like you
don't forget
music.
Tubi.
Oh yeah, I haven't tuned into Tubi yet, so I'm still.
They even have an original movie that came out to watch called Lazarus. Probably some action superhero movie they're supposed to be trying to like pass off on there.
Interesting. Well, I don't mind checking that out with you.
Yeah, we could probably watch that too.
Oh, Paramount Plus.
That foolishness. But yeah, it's plenty of streaming service. They can keep adding more and more. Like I think every day is like a new streaming service popping up.
Yeah. Yeah. But still excited about everything.
Let's see, what am I watching? Oh, no, I'm watching all of those boy love shows over in the Philippines.
Oh, God.
I've watched at least 5 of them. Currently watching Ben and Jim Forever, which is on this Filipino service called Upstream. Because the first season was on YouTube, and I guess they wanted to get money from it, so they decided, hey, we got to get a streaming service involved, so they got Upstream, which I've never heard of until that show came along. But I gave them $10. I was not even, like, I gave, here, take it, just give me a show. So, I'm watching that. Game Boys, that's on,
Isn't Game Boys the one where they're like, hey, baby?
Yep, that's that one.
Wait, actually, I hate you for it because that one guy.
Oh, Achilles.
I'm mad his name Achilles, and that's like one of the gayest people in history.
Look, I knew that you would like him, so I figured you had to see that episode.
I hate you for playing in my sentiments.
It's what I do. I'm really good at it.
Yeah, I see.
Aren't you gonna watch that other show, that Mighty Duck show?
Whoa! We're not talking about me. This is about you and your boy love.
Maybe it should be about you.
Damn. I mean, am I gonna check out
you gonna watch it?
No, I'm not.
You lying. You're lying.
How am I lying?
Emilio Estevez is there.
Okay, like, I mean, Estevez ain't been good since Mighty Ducks. Like,
he's back doing Mighty Ducks.
Damn, you're right. And I got a Mighty Duck jersey too. I'm gonna sit there and watch that shit in my Mighty Duck jersey and be okay.
It is or Disney Plus, and you have a Mighty Duck shirt. You watching that show?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out because I do love the Mighty Ducks. D2 is like my favorite Mighty Ducks movie.
Yeah, I think I've watched them. I just don't remember them. I probably watched them when I was younger. I remember watching them.
And, I mean, they're not bad. Like, if you like hockey movies, definitely watch Mighty Ducks.
I don't like hockey movies.
Well, yeah, you kind of gotta like hockey in order to watch it. But it's also one of those, like, you know, coming of age, feel good stories where kids, like, you know, they're inner city kids and everything. They're like down bad, and all of a sudden,
not down bad.
That's literally how you describe most of those movies. And, like, you know, these kids are like, they're not necessarily poor and stuff. Like, they're mostly white and everything. So, like, and they're in Minnesota, so it's just like,
of all places,
like, you know, how is 90s Minnesota? I don't know. I've never lived there. It doesn't matter. But still, watch it. Like, watch the Mighty Ducks. Watch the first movie. It's still pretty decent. D2 is probably the best that Mighty Ducks ever gets. D3 is trash basura because they're in college and they don't have like the childlike whimsy and everything they did when they were kids and everything in the original movie, and they don't have the greatness that you get when you're like a teenager and stuff as well, because that's where it was like peak, where they're teens and everything. So they're going like the woes of like love and, like, you know, competition and relationships and stuff, all while, like, you know, trying to get on the USA Olympic team.
College years, bleh.
College years straight garbage. Don't watch it.
Maybe they should reboot it and put it on like HBO Max and make it like R-rated or something.
I don't need no gritty.
Yes, give me a gritty version of Mighty Ducks.
Ew.
They doing coke and stuff in the bathroom.
That's
doing cocaine off the girl's boobs. There we go. See that?
Oh my God! I need to next thing you know, they're gonna be doing coke off, like, you know, the hockey sticks and the skate and the puck.
We got it.
No, I don't need no damn Varsity Blues ass
Mighty Ducks.
No, like, no, don't give me more Varsity Blues Mighty Ducks, please don't. But also, I probably would watch it. So who knows?
There you go.
I'm trash. Like,
that's true. You are TV trash.
And your boy love trash. So
wow, I'm just trying to, like, support my community. Thank you.
Those little boy love dramas were cute. I'm not gonna argue with that one. But you're trash.
Wow. All right, let's move on into our first segment, talking about some TV. Well, this is actually TV/music. We've been talking about the Grammys last week.
Ah, yes, Grammys.
Let's see. Do I want to talk about all of the awards? Probably not.
I was gonna say I'm definitely not.
There was like a lot of awards. I know Beyonce got 2,
and that let her beat the record for most
awards for a singer ever.
Yeah,
for a soloist.
So congrats to Beyonce on that one for making history.
Let's see. Dua Peep got her little award.
Ah, yes, Dua Peep. Her Her performance was not bad either.
That performance was trash garbage.
Damn.
She cannot dance at all.
I mean, she can't, but that doesn't matter.
She looks so stiff.
Look, she's British, so
I don't want to hear. Nope, there's plenty of people from Britain that can dance. I ain't trying to hear that. Nope.
Name one person from Britain that can dance.
Mel B.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna get you. You got this one, Slime. I ain't even gonna fault you for that. Like, you right.
Like, she is tall, statuesque, and cannot dance. It is so funny watching her dance. She's like 6 feet tall almost. Look like
Dua Lipa.
Yeah, because she used to be a model, so probably why she's so stiff.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but she's just, man, that performance had me crying laughing. I'm like, why is she dancing like this? But the kids like it.
Look. She should have did her famous hip like
yes.
Hip thing. Hey, had she done that, she would have crushed it. Wahoo!
Wahoo! Speaking of which, we got to see WAP too.
Yes, the performance that shook the world again.
It was great. Cardi B did a great job.
Oh man, Cardi B. Who'd have thought? Somebody finally from Love and Hip Hop and everything who did actual hip hop
that actually made it out. She did great. That performance was really good. Megan Thee Stallion's performance was really good. Doja Cat was good too. I like her performance.
Doja Cat.
She lost the car.
Poor Doja Cat.
She didn't win her categories, but she'll be okay.
I mean, yeah, like people still love Doja Cat and everything, despite her controversy. And so I feel like Doja Cat can definitely like come back and do better. People should just forget about the past, and when it comes to that,
I mean, they probably will. I mean, people's like attention spans are pretty short.
Yeah, cancel culture doesn't really work unless it's something that people like don't really care about, like Dr. Seuss books. But we don't have to get into that. This isn't the podcast for that. We're not talking about books. We can, but we're not.
Let's see. What's her face? Taylor Swift. She's one of the first female artists to get album of the year 3 years in a row. So
that I don't know who was consulted in that decision because it definitely wasn't any black people.
I like Taylor Swift a lot, but the albums that she gets these awards from, I'm always like, well, maybe it's one that came out this year. Well, last year was actually not bad.
What, Folklore?
Folklore. I like Folklore. That felt like an album that was worthy of the actual, like, at least be nominated. But Reputation, nah, that wasn't it. I hate that album.
I mean, what? Look What You Made Me Do. Like, you didn't love that, Michael?
I love the song, but that album, she could have kept that.
Yeah, she could have kept a lot of things. Winning album of the year and everything. Come on now.
And then the other song she did with that dude from Panic at the Disco.
Brandon Urie?
Yeah. Oh, that song was nails on a chalkboard. And she went around for the album of the year there. For Lover. Yep, that album.
I forgot that was an album, to be honest.
It kind of came and went.
But also, I don't look, if it ain't Red and everything, I haven't listened to it.
Red's so good, but she doesn't own the rights to Red anymore, so she's about to re-record it.
Yikes. She better not re-record that.
She re-recorded all of her albums. Like, she's going back to just re-record all of them because she doesn't have the rights to them anymore. They got in that big feud she had with what was it? I think Big Machine Entertainment or whatever label she was in before. And then the other dude, what is it? Scotty Baum. I think he has the rights. He works with Justin Bieber and but yeah, he owns the rights to a lot of her music. So
look, I just put it like this: as long as she don't fuck up, we're never getting back together again. Just keep that the way it is, because I like that.
It'll probably still be relatively the same stuff.
Okay,
I think about a lot of her older stuff, like when she first came out, probably gonna get like retouched a lot because she's a very different artist than she was back then. So
that makes sense.
What else happened to the Grammys? I think that was all I really cared about. I think what's his face? What's that boy name? The one who did Don't Believe Me, Just Watch. I can't think of his name.
Bruno.
There we go,
Bruno.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mean the that mule music and everything? They bringing it back. They bringing it back for the 79
mule music.
No mood music. Sorry,
I said mule music. I'm like, mule music. What is that?
Oh no.
I was gonna be like, what is that?
Just a little loss of translation. No, that mood music. Back in the day and everything, where you could go out, wear a silk robe, be like, it's the mid to late 70s and everything. Like your baby coming over.
Some blaxploitation music or something.
Oh yeah, that. So everything. Everybody's a little hairy, but everybody cool with it. Stuff like that. Where you could.
You lost me on all that.
Look, it's old school music. So like,
I enjoy old school music, but I don't
but they're trying to bring that vibe back. So like, you know,
I don't know what that got to do with it.
Oh no, it reminds me of a meme that I saw that I like probably can't say on this podcast at the moment. So I'll tell you about it later.
Oh God, follow him on Twitter. What is your Twitter handle for people who want to maybe follow you?
My Twitter handle is at @cosmic_crusher. It is a long story. Well, not really a long story.
Follow at your own risk.
It's not even that bad. The crunchiest thing I put lately was that one joke that I made was actually really funny.
Follow at your own risk, but if you want some like foolishness and shenanigans, right there.
Wow.
All right, it's probably a good time to segue into our next topic, which is Zatanna getting the HBO Max show. Finally,
you got this. You got
oh
this,
my God, she has been the most underused DC character I've ever seen. They don't put her in nothing.
I mean, she's been in a lot of animated movies,
but then they took her out. Like she was on Young Justice. They took her out of Young Justice too.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
It was like really weird. Like they just be throwing her and stuff, and they take her out, and then. What was it? What was that movie? Justice League Dark was actually really good.
Yeah, Justice League Dark was amazing.
They supposed to be doing a movie for that, but that never came to fruition.
Like a live action movie?
Yeah,
that would have been great.
That would have been so good. Oh,
DC needs more like magic stuff going on with it.
They do got so much of it.
They really do.
But yeah, this better be good. I swear to God, if they mess this up, I am going down to wherever her manager is and talking to the manager directly.
Okay, I don't think that's gonna be like feasible. But
I don't care.
Damn.
It's going down. I have not let this ride like that. Nope.
Okay, I mean, look, that's fair. That's your girl. Like,
man,
look,
that's one of my favorites.
You gotta go to bat for her. So I'm not gonna blame you on that one.
I mean, they did great with Starfire. That's my other girl because Titans is so good.
I gotta watch Titans.
Titans is so good. You should watch it.
Okay.
Especially season 2. Oh, it got so good. Season 2. Oh my God. Definitely a reason to have. I'm glad they had to put those streaming services together. Like DC dissolving the other stupid stuff to be a part of
nobody was buying like DC universe.
That was such a waste of time.
It was. I was like, look, DC, no.
Yeah,
I don't want to pay for this.
I'm so glad they dissolved that and said, hey, let's just put this with HBO Max. That just made so much more sense.
Yeah. Putting it with HBO Max probably the best move they get, and it brings a lot of people in to watch like stuff that they wouldn't watch otherwise. Like I wanted to check out Doom Patrol, I just didn't want to pay another streaming service.
So
for it.
what I'm about to do it for me because I was not about to pay extra what $10 to $12 a month to watch Doom shows. Nope.
Yeah. And it worked out so good. Like I'm glad I get to check out all the old DC stuff that I really like.
Yes.
Like loving Static Shock, loving Batman the Animated Series, like just loving like all the stuff that I really really enjoyed as like a kid and teenager, and so it's nice to just have it all in one place.
All right, so it's not much about the Zatanna show. They named some. I've got the writers going to be on it, but they haven't got like a whole bunch of details. So
okay,
sure to become more later. So we'll hear more about it. I'm only going to cast as Zatanna. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to even put my head out there.
It's going to be Anne Hathaway.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway would make a great Zatanna.
She would make such a good Zatanna. Like she's such a good actress.
But they might just go for somebody younger though, because Anne Hathaway is like what? She's like pushing 40, right?
She is pushing 40,
but she looks good. So I'd be with it. But let's just wait and see who they get.
All right, next up is that TV show I'm not gonna watch.
Them?
Yeah. It was Amazon Prime's new TV show. It's supposed to be like Lovecraft
Country.
There we go. I can never say that right.
Yeah.
That and Us and all spilled into one, making racism scary.
Yeah, like with them, they're definitely banking on like the whole Get Out, Lovecraft Country thing, where like, guess what? The scariest thing Black people still have to deal with: racism.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been accosted by a white person? Watch them so you can be even more angry. I think one of the reasons why I was interested in checking it out, because I told my partner about it. I'm like, oh, it's a period drama where, where they're dealing with like kind of, I guess, like supernatural elements, but then also I was just like, oh wait, no, this is still white people being bullshit.
Yeah.
And so with this, it's a lot of, like white people are like being inherently racist, and it's very like uncomfortable because it still feels like the same old like capitalizing off like black trauma, and honestly, I'm done with it. Like, I'm tired. But that makes all the difference with like Us, and like, because Us wasn't necessarily a racial thing. It was just like, oh yeah, like, you know, the most neglected and everything will, like, you know, rise up and stuff like that.
The first show be the last, and the last show be the first type thing.
Yeah. And so like that, I got Get Out was very blatant with it, but they did it in a smart way.
Yeah.
With this, it's just more like, oh, we're gonna use like all the old caricatures of, like, you know, 1950s, 60s racism and everything, and
those dolls, kill it, burn all those dolls.
Yeah, like I'm and then I found out all the, like, most of the writers, or at least that's what somebody said on Twitter, that most if not all the writers were like white. And
I don't need it.
Nope. I'm like, nope. I'm signing off.
Checking out.
Nope. Yeah, like,
don't need
it. It just feels like this is just their chance to get all their racism out. Yeah. Yep.
Don't need it. Don't want it. Not watching that.
I might check it out, but
you get this.
I don't want to, but I also feel like I should, just because.
I mean, you got Amazon Prime. Why not? I mean, it's there. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm over it.
Look, that's fair.
All right. So next up, we're going to talk about the Disney reshuffle of the schedule. So they've been reshuffling their schedule for their, like, movies and stuff, like, the last 2-3 years now, especially now with COVID.
COVID was like a big part of that, because everything that was supposed to come out in 2020 is like now is coming out maybe this year or early next year.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing that got reshuffled was Black Widow, because Black Widow was supposed to release last year May, and COVID just swept the nation.
It was supposed to battle against Wonder Woman. That was the big thing. I remember they were trying to, like, that was what the press was doing.
Yeah, I still feel like Black Widow would have lost, even with all the, like, the things that were going on with Wonder Woman right now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, at this point, it's like, Disney, do you even want people to see Black Widow?
They do. It's coming out in July.
I'm not, look, at this point, it's too late for me. Like,
it's too late. You don't care about her?
I'm not interested. And it's not even that I don't care about Black Widow, but also it's just like what we know of Endgame and everything. Like, why would you release this after Endgame?
Like, so far after that. Like,
yeah. Like, we're what? Endgame came out, 2019?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, Endgame came out in 2019 and everything, and now we're 2 years after Endgame, and it's just like, what?
Do we even still care about Black Widow at this point?
Exactly. Like, we know what happens to Black Widow in Endgame, and if you don't, then I don't know where you've been for the past 2 years, but like, just watch the movie. But yeah, like, do we really care about what happened?
I think what would have been a smarter thing was them to give her a TV show like they did Wanda.
I would a Black Widow TV show.
Black Widow, like, you know, like Alias or Quantico or something like a spy thriller type of TV show. That would have been so good.
that would have been nice. Like, yeah, give me something like, give me a Dark Angel style Black Widow show. I want that. That would make
sense. But we're gonna get a 2-hour-ish movie about a character that's gonna end up not being here anyway. But, you know, we need it because, you know, we need more women-led movies like the who was that? Charlie's Angels reboot.
I still haven't seen it.
I'm good.
Oh wait, did you watch it?
No.
Oh,
I listened to the soundtrack. That was pretty decent.
Damn.
They did a really good remix to Bad Girls by Donna Summer that I liked, and the Charlie's Angels things were pretty good too.
Okay, well,
but the movie, I haven't got around to watching that. Probably won't, honestly.
I might try and check it out, and if I do, I will definitely let you know how that goes.
If they put it on like Netflix or something, I'll probably watch it then.
There you go. No, they're probably gonna put it on Hulu.
Yeah, put it on Hulu. So I'll probably watch it, but I'm not going on my way to watch it. Like, I'm good.
That's fair.
Let's see. So this new reshuffle. Let's see. They're started putting Black Widow's coming out in July.
Yes.
The Kingsman movie I don't care about is coming out later sometime.
Yeah, later this year. We have Shang-Chi coming out in September.
Need it, please.
I really can't wait for this.
Can't wait for this. So,
yeah, Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. Like, I'm really excited about this.
Oh my god!
Also,
wait.
did we get any updates about the Eternals or anything?
We did not.
We'll probably next year.
Next year.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that because COVID dealt a big blow to like everybody, so I feel like people just need that kind of like recuperating time, especially
a reprieve.
Especially with like these vaccines rolling out and everything. Like, let everybody get vaccinated and everything. That way we can get to that weird sense of normalcy before COVID.
I mean, we said we wearing masks. Probably it's gonna be those people out there like myself will be wearing masks in public with like a lot of people. Like I'm not.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't trust nobody no more.
I mean, but you should be fine. You got vaccinated.
I mean, I'll be fine, but I'm still don't trust people.
That's fair.
I'm gonna be paranoid for a while.
You know what? You're right. I definitely can't sit there for it to be not wearing no mask even after I get vaccinated.
But yeah, that Shang-Chi movie, I am needed in my life. Put it in my veins. Like the cast is like 90% Asian, which is so good.
That's really good. Definitely need Asian representation, especially in superhero films because there's barely any.
It really is. So now this year we're gonna have Mortal Kombat and we're gonna have Shang-Chi. And
do not talk to me about Mortal Kombat. You know how I feel about this movie. You know how I feel about this franchise.
I mean, you won't shut up about it.
Look, we're going to be here front and center watching it.
I mean, of course.
I'm taking a day off for it. I do not care.
I'm going to take a day off too. I got a personal day. I might use it.
We should do it. I'll make a day of it. I don't care.
I'm all for it.
Like, you know what? We should do it. Watch the original. Maybe watch Annihilation.
I can watch Annihilation. I don't care. I like the Annihilation.
You know, you don't tell me you just liked it because Pretty Jacks.
Yeah,
that's not a good reason to like that movie.
It has some good action sequences too.
You're right. There was some pretty good.
They had a lot more fight in the second one.
That's true.
I mean, it wasn't great, but it was still entertaining.
Okay, wait. The Scorpion versus Sub-Zero fight was really good.
Yeah.
Jax versus Sonya versus Cyrax was really good.
Mm-hmm. That Sonya was crunchy though. I forgot all about that lady.
Yeah.
Got her name.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about that. But this new Mortal Kombat movie, I'm excited to see where they go with it.
I cannot wait. That movie, that single trailer has the most views ever for a Red Band trailer of all time. Like, that's crazy.
Because I mean, but people know Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's a very recognizable brand.
Like it's probably one of the more 90s things ever.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be honest about it.
I hope that soundtrack is lit. I need that soundtrack to be so good.
Like, I want more industrial techno.
Yes, please.
Like it's not Mortal. You can't have Mortal Kombat without industrial techno.
Like, I hope they don't go the route like, oh, we're gonna do a whole bunch of like a whole bunch of alternative
or metal,
new metal stuff. Like, no,
yeah, like I don't need new metal. I don't need they could put a little trap music in it, but not too much.
I need some doo-wahs.
Right?
I need that.
Right? I need some Ryan Rouse.
Yes.
Give me some like I don't look. You could copy paste the old Mortal Kombat soundtrack.
Look, I'll be fine with that.
Exactly. I'm like, look, give me fucking Techno Syndrome, where like they're doing like, if you don't have at least a snippet of the original Mortal Kombat theme in it, it's a wash for me.
It really is. All right, we had a little tangent about Mortal Kombat, but that's fine because that movie's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
Now we're talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier premiere, which was a big deal because off the heels of WandaVision had such a huge, like, man, you talking about like popularity? Like, WandaVision took over the internet.
Oh yeah, WandaVision. But WandaVision was so good. It was a really weird story, and WandaVision got a little crunchy at the end there because
it did.
There was definitely like that whole thing that Monica said and everything that made me upset a little bit.
Yeah.
Like that whole, they'll never know what you sacrifice. And I'm just like, she took over and enslaved an entire town.
And tortured them too, because they were like really like in peril.
Right? They were hurting. They like, look, I got a job, I got a wife, I got kids. I ain't seen my kids. We in this little goofy woman's little fucking sitcoms and everything. Like, I'm tired. Like, let me out, please.
Yeah. It was a really good show. So off the heels of that, like, Falcon and the Winter Soldier has a lot to live up to.
I think for that first episode, they did a really nice job of almost imitating the style of like Captain America and the Winter Soldier, a little bit of Civil War and everything too. But I definitely needed them to go more of the action route, and I feel like
have to hit that edge.
Yeah, and I feel like they're definitely gonna do that this time. It's really nice to see Sam and Bucky's lives after Cap, after like Endgame, and seeing like where they go with that.
I enjoy seeing Bucky get some therapy. Like, that was a great scene. Of all people who need therapy, well, actually all of them do, honestly.
I mean, yeah, like because Hydra schmixed his brain up and everything. Look, that man
For
was getting
90 years.
That man was getting microwaved every decade or so. Like, look, bro, we need you to like handle this business real quick. Handle our lightweight. But like, I just want to have a normal life. We're gonna give you a metal arm, and you're gonna learn Russian. You're gonna kill a little people. It's gonna be cool. Fight.
You're gonna be
right.
You're gonna
be a badass Captain America. Who literally up until Winter Soldier.
But yeah, so far so good for the show. I like the fact that it kind of like set a lot of things up for the show, but it definitely has to like ante up when it comes to the action. Like, it has to be more action.
Yeah, I definitely need more of that action.
Like, this needs to be action porn.
Exactly.
Especially
like
the fact they spent like $150 million on this show.
Right.
Yeah.
Like $150 million. I better see Winter Soldier rip somebody's like arm, like head clean off with that like metal armor his or something.
Wait now. This is Disney Plus.
You're right.
This is PG-13.
Yeah, so they
can't be out here cutting people's heads off.
Okay, like, but I need him to at least like have the punching power that like Captain America's kicks did in Winter Soldier. Captain America was kicking the hell out of people.
Yes.
Into like barricades and everything. I was like, there's some broken bones there or something.
There's some broken bones.
Like, somebody got a fractured rib. Like, their tibia's busted. Like, he was putting people through it.
Not the tibia.
But I think another thing that like that Falcon and the Winter Soldier touched on was the whole racism thing.
Yes, the subtle racism at the end of the episode,
and even in the middle and stuff, trying to get that loan and everything with his sister. He's like, yeah, I'm Falcon and everything. Like, help a brother out. And it's like, oh yeah, you've been dead for 5 years. Sorry, but I feel like also like that wasn't necessarily the reason.
I mean, it wasn't, but it's like.
I understand the legality of it, but also you couldn't just give my man, like, he's on TV, you know, he good for it, he got money, why not give him the loan?
I think if it was anybody else, they probably got the loan. Probably.
Look, yeah, had that been like Hawkeye or something,
yeah,
he would have paraded all his kids and everything, like, yeah, give me my wife, you know, this loan and everything real quick. I'll shoot some arrows for you too. Oh, you got it, Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Falcon. You're not my favorite Avenger.
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna give you this loan.
Like, have you talked to the other Avengers? Can they come?
Like, get Captain America to co-sign. You know I can't do that.
Yikes.
Oh, speaking of Captain America. Oh, and the racism with that too.
Yes.
Because, you know, like, Sam's giving the shield back, like, I can't be Captain America. And they were like, cool, we're just gonna put this in the Smithsonian. But guess what? We need a new symbol. We need a new symbol of freedom. Yes. Here's your new Captain America. Yuck. And it's the most crunchiest looking white person I've ever seen.
Oh my God, with the
under
biggest
that mask.
chin.
And so I'm like, I'm looking at it like this. I'm like, so a black man can't be Captain America, but
some regular, schmegular white dude who probably got like a little bit of super serum in him can be Captain America. Like,
yeah, and that was another thing I was wondering too. Like, is he gonna have like the same super serum that like Cap had? Also, why can't my mans get the super serum to be Cap?
Good question. I forgot why. I think, I know the comic, but I don't think Sam wanted it. The super serum. But I know he took the mantle though, because I had the whole comic book series.
Yeah, he took what?
He took the mantle of Captain America for a while.
Yeah, like I remember that. But also, like, why can't my man get some super cocktail and everything so he could?
I don't think he wants it.
Come on, Sam. Like, you could like just take a little bit of it. You ain't even like, look, just take it. Like, just get a little COVID shot of super serum.
He ain't with that. He don't want to be on Super Soldier.
He could throw that shield a lot easier with it. I know that.
That's true. He probably would, but you know, he want to be a regular human with his regular abilities.
See, if he took that serum, he'd probably get the damn shield.
He has more fantastical abilities than the regular. So I think a lot of the stuff they're taking from for him is from the Ultimate Universe of Marvel, and the Ultimate Universe of Marvel is a little bit more realistic, quote. So,
how realistic could it be? Like, I remember Venom in that universe, and that man's was like,
I mean, yeah.
But I guess I understand what you mean. Like, the Ultimate Universe is a little grittier.
Yeah, it's way more grittier.
So, like, I guess I get it. But also, like, Sam, if you take the serum, they'll give you the loan. Just think about it.
They'll give you the loan. But yeah, I like the first episode so far. I'm intrigued. I want to see where this goes, pretty much.
Yeah, because I definitely need to see what role Baron Zemo plays in this.
Oh, y'all bearing Zemo stands out there.
Look, they gave him the baklava. I don't know what you want from me.
Yikes.
My man's got the fit.
They ain't no fit. They ain't no drip.
Look, it ain't drip, but he got the hat on, so I'm with it. It's a new hat.
Stop. We are not doing Simpsons references.
Now we're not doing Simpsons references, but that's your favorite one.
Yikes, you're not wrong. Anywho,
look, just give me my Malibu Stacy. Like, give him his hat. That's all I want.
All right, so we're gonna talk about our final topic, which is gonna be a slight review, commentary on the Zack Schneider cut of Justice League and some other stuff going on with it.
Yes, the big one.
I have so many feelings about this movie. First of all, it was fantastic. Like, I was like living every minute. Like, oh my God, I was all into it. Like, every second of the movie.
Yep, I remember. Like, I remember the months leading up to this. People, it was.
I'll be a brat. I ain't gonna lie. I've been a complete brat.
You were like,
oh my God, just wait till the Snyder Cut comes out. It's gonna be epic. Joss Whedon messed up.
But was I wrong though?
I mean, you kind of were.
Because he did mess it up.
Oh, he messed up big time.
Like, there's so many great scenes that got done right. Like, especially my favorite one was probably Darkseid was the one they fight on Earth. That was great.
See, yeah, I'm really upset that got cut out of the theatrical cut, because that would have made a lot more sense.
Didn't that nasty looking Steppenwolf? Ugh.
Oh yeah, first, like, Steppenwolf was absolutely garbage looking in the theatrical cut.
Oh God, he was terrible.
And I liked the Snyder cut because they made Steppenwolf much more convincing and menacing as a villain versus whatever the hell they were doing in Steppenwolf in the original, because it was
garbage.
Just like I was like, they're supposed to be scared of this. What are you talking about? And then you get Steppenwolf and everything, who's like a bag of nails and everything in this new one, and like all that metal and everything poking out. He's like, look, who want it? I'm running fades.
They were getting destroyed.
They were getting schmixed.
It was pretty great.
Like, he was tossing horses, poor horses.
Them horses. I'm surprised Peter ain't said nothing about that yet. Cause
they will. Yeah, like, look, trust me, they're gonna be like,
even though they're animated, we shouldn't be seeing all this animal violence.
And it's just like, Steppenwolf would have schmixed you too. Chill out. But yeah, I really like what they did with Steppenwolf. I really like how they did Darkseid and everything as well. Like, just even seeing Darkseid and
we brought a good amount of him too.
Yeah, and that was the thing that I really liked too. I was like, where was this at the beginning of the movie? Like, I think that's what I said originally. I was like, how are you going to sit there and try and build this up to Darkseid and not have Darkseid in it?
Yeah,
like we saw the Omega symbol and everything in the original, and then they just didn't. They just cut. Yeah, it's just like they cut
all of it out.
And then, I think another thing that I didn't like about the original was like the weird like future thing they had like right in the middle of the movie.
Oh yeah,
and because it didn't make, and like I understand it's a fear that they had, but also that it just didn't make sense in the middle of the movie, like having a Darkseid symbol or like Superman being like a weird kind of herald for like Darkseid too.
Yeah,
and, like, it makes sense in like in terms of like the comics and everything, but it just didn't fit like in the original. I was like, what's going on here? It was all over the place.
It really was. The way they cut it was like just it's like he really wanted to make sure that he had his stamp on the movie instead of just keeping what was already there, because they already shot most of the movie was already shot.
Right.
It's just Joss Whedon was like, oh well, I want to do some reshoots. I want to do this. Let's add this. The only thing I think I could really like that he added was that scene at the very end when Flash and Superman were running against each other.
That was cute. Yeah,
that was cute. That was a cute throwback. It's really for the fans.
Right.
Other than that, that was the only thing that that was one thing I liked too. When Diana and Bruce were talking, and he was talking about how much Superman means to the world and how much more human he is than he is. I'm like, oh, look at him being emotional.
Yeah, yeah, definitely like that kind of throwbacks to the comics where like Batman is like, I kind of hate Superman, but I also really love Superman because he's always trying to do the right thing and better than me. Right? I'm dark. I'm Batman. I do all the darkness, and I hide from the light because y'all can't see me or something. You know, whatever Batman says.
Like, Batman was so much more like engaging in the Snyder cut too. He felt like more, I don't know, he wasn't like so dark and brooded anymore.
Yeah, that was a good thing too.
Like, he had a sense of humor.
I think You know what else I'm glad they kind of cut out of the Snyder cut?
Do you bleed?
Wait, I thought that was in Batman versus Superman.
No, remember he said it to him? Maybe Superman said that to Batman.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. that hee-hee-ha moment.
Yes, they took
Let
that
me
out.
ask you a question. Do you bleed?
It looked weird because his mustache was supposed to be there, so they had to cut that. They fixed that, thank God, because that mustache thing made his mouth look so weird.
It did. Also, I'm kind of mad they took out my favorite moment from the theatrical cut.
Oh yeah, you won't let me live.
You won't let me die. that was so good. I kind of wish they would have left that in it, but also it like they should have just got rid of it. Wasn't the fight scene for like them like versus like when Superman first got resurrected, like wasn't that the original thing?
Yeah,
and because they reshot all that, like you won't let me live, you won't let me die.
That was new. That was all new because he had that mustache thing because he was still doing Mission Impossible.
Right. Yeah. Oh. We're not
sore
gonna,
spot. For
we're not. We can talk down in another episode.
But yeah, they reshot that too. A lot of any scene that looked weird with his mustache, that was a reshoot.
Okay, good.
Which was like that first scene in the movie where he was talking to a little kid with the camera. That was a reshoot.
Oh.
Which they make any sense at all. Like it was just a lot of like weird stuff. A lot of weird Joss Whedon like choices that he made that didn't make any sense. It messed up the movie pretty much.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense because. And just the way the Snyder cut looked, especially that original scene where he's like fighting everybody, and like Superman got all that like that hair on his chest and everything. I was like, hold on, I was like, whoa, I ain't gay, but I'm kind of with it.
I mean, he looks great.
He looked amazing, and that made a big difference too because that was the original scene. And you watch the theatrical cut, and it's just like, why does Superman look so weird? Like, why?
His face was messed up because he went to reshoot. It was so dumb.
It was very dumb.
Do you bleed? The way he said it too.
Right.
Well, I'm thinking back, like the way his face looked when he said it was weird.
I think I had to rewatch like some of like the stuff that Gal Gadot was saying because there was, I think her original lines in the Snyder cut were just a little more exaggerated, where they kind of just shortened it in the theatrical cut.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what some people were saying. So I'm like, okay, I'll have to compare these two because this is going to be a thing that like kind of happens for a while.
Oh yeah, there's actually like videos of just like different between the both movies, so you can just watch a lot of that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Superman beating up on Steppenwolf at the end.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh my God, he beat the brakes off that man. Jesus could not save him.
Oh, like and that introduction to the fight scene and stuff.
Yeah,
where Superman's just like, no.
I'm not impressed.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
Not Superman said I'm not interested.
Look, that's literally how it was though. That axe came down. Superman was like, this you? and just beat the brakes off Steppenwolf and everything for like for the next 10 minutes.
I mean, he was just like well on him. I'm like, wow, Superman.
Okay, wait, Steppenwolf kind of deserted it.
I mean, he really did because he was on some real like villainy in that whole movie.
Yeah, because Steppenwolf is like, look, I'm trying to get back to like Darkseid, Daddy Darkseid. Let me back.
Right?
And
it was poor Julius.
And Fan was like, look, 50,000 worlds, my guy.
50,000.
And Steppenwolf was like, what?
Like, bro.
Like, damn, really?
50,000. Oh God, that was so good.
Like, so, like I gotta laugh at that one tweet. Like, Steppenwolf looked like he wanted to cry when he said 50,000.
Yeah,
I probably would too, to be honest. Like,
he's
damn, 50,000. Look, bro. Like, I gotta do this 50,000 more times. Y'all bugging.
Jesus, poor Steppenwolf. I felt bad for him for that part.
Slightly,
but
slightly. But also, like, you kind of deserve Steppenwolf.
He kept antagonizing Diana a lot through the whole movie. I noticed that he was
like,
all on her.
Man, like, I watch your sisters. They garbage. Y'all Amazons can't fight. He's like, oh, you an Amazon too? You stronger? You finna get washed too?
Your mama dead. Your sister dead. Like, all your girls dead.
Like, damn, I just wrecked your homies. What you gonna do?
Oh gosh, she did something all right. Got that ass. Oh, so good. So satisfying seeing him like get washed up.
Yeah, like that whole like wailing on him at the end and sending him through the portal, and Darkseid was like, damn, couldn't be me.
Right?
Granny goodness, let's fly to Earth real quick. and get my anti-life equation because they gonna learn.
We're gonna do the old school way. We ain't finna do all this other trailer port. We're gonna go there and invade it. That movie was so good.
It was really. Oh, we got to talk about like that the old world scene where like all the gods and any Amazons and the Atlanteans.
Oh yeah, when he was fighting on Earth. Back
back then,
so
where
good.
like that introduction where like he just looks at the dirt like, yeah, I could terraform this place. Whale, lava and stuff everywhere, and everybody's like, "Word, that's what we own."
The lanterns were there, the gods, the Amazons, the Atlantean. Oh, it was just so
a really
good.
nice setup for like a future Green Lantern cameo
definitely.
too. So I'm really excited.
Because that
about
ring
that.
went somewhere.
Yeah, I think that was the thing that I had to laugh. I was like, man, where'd that ring go?
I wonder if that was what's his face's ring?
The ring that Hal Jordan gets later?
Yeah,
probably.
Oh, this movie was just so.
And man, the way Ares cut Darkseid, that was a lot.
That was
like
chunks.
Man, I was like, man, my boy out here leaking. He hurt. He hurt.
He left up and like, man, this sucks.
Right? He's like, damn, they really got me. Take me back to Apocalypse. We gotta reset.
Yeah, because he was like, man, I didn't expect all this.
Right? He's like, damn, they reset the brackets.
Because he chunked him with that axe.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Ares got him big time. Also, like, I'm like, I can't even be mad at them for gay baiting with Zeus, because
of course
I was looking, I was like, hold on, I was like, oh, Zeus, I was like, Zeus is out.
This is a Zack Schneider movie.
Zeus is for the gays and the girls.
Yep,
this one
sure was.
I was like, man, he was swole. That beard.
He is actually the guy who plays him is on Instagram, and he has his own OnlyFans too.
Oh. Of course, you know that.
I did some investigation, of course, for this show.
Okay,
for the show, research.
Yeah, and not for like any personal reasons.
Nah.
Like, sure. You know what? I'll believe you in good faith, Michael. I'll give you that one.
Thank you, Jesus. I do it for the show so people can know these things. They have to be abreast of what's going on.
You know what? Breast.
Dude was fine. Oof.
Zeus
ain't supposed to be that fine. Like, why is Zeus that fine?
Oh yeah, but I mean, but there was a lot of like, good male eye candy, which is something you don't really see in superhero movies.
I mean, Marvel has a decent eye candy. I mean, Chris Evans is right there.
I mean, but it was mostly just like, but Chris Evans was barely like, he was only, I think the most I've seen him shirtless was in the original Captain America movie.
That's true.
Like, you don't really see him shirtless in any of the other movies,
which is a shame.
And so like, but well, no, because there's also like some shirtless stuff with like Ant-Man.
Oh
yeah, like Paul Rudd had that nice little like scene and stuff where he's like putting alcohol in his cuts and he's just shirtless, and Hope was like, damn, okay, but also like, ew. She had to be a little tsundere about it.
I mean, look, Zack Snyder made 300, so this should be nothing. This is nothing new.
He did make 300.
Yes, he did.
That makes so much more sense now. Because I remember when I first found that out, I was like, you know what? That makes sense.
One of my favorite movies, of course.
Of course.
300.
Why am I not surprised about that?
That movie was incredible.
300 was a good movie.
Man.
I mean, look, this is Sparta.
That kick, that's still a good meme.
Oh man, probably one of my favorite movies from. Wait, when did 300 come out? Like when?
That was a while ago. That was like,
wasn't that like 2005?
Somewhere
2005, like 2000. No, it's probably later than that.
I'm about to look it up really quick. 2006.
2006. Okay, I was close.
Dang, the sequel came out in 2014.
There was a sequel?
You never seen Rise of the Empire? 300?
Oh,
it wasn't as good as the first one, but it was still pretty decent.
I can skip it.
You can definitely skip it.
Like I'm look,
because I don't think Gerard Butler was even in the second one. So
he made his money. He ain't have to do that.
He did make his money because man,
he was like, look, I'm out. Like y'all got me shirtless and a nice little like sex scene and stuff. Like I'm done. What?
He was almost naked. Them Sparta costumes.
Ah, yes.
Jeez.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how they like dressed back then, give or take, more or less.
Ugh.
They cut out a lot of the homoeroticism, so they're
yeah.
I was like, this ain't accurate. I was like, them men were definitely fucking each other.
Yeah,
they were definitely having.
They were bonding.
Yeah. Yes.
But anyway, back to the Snyder cut.
Yes.
I forgot about the Flash stuff.
The Flash stuff was really sweet too.
That was so good.
Yeah, like
him doing the Speed Force thing at the end. Oh, my heart broke.
I think the only thing that I'm still like not like super like set on with Flash and everything is his running stuff. His
run was terrible.
Like
he looks so goofy.
I really need them to change that because he's running like he's in Devilman Crybaby and stuff. like the way they were running in that like is the way that Flash was running with his arms flailing. I'm like, Flash does not run like that.
He has a terrible form when he runs. Ooh, poor Ezra
Miller. Damn, y'all couldn't consult Usain Bolt or anything with this?
Somebody get a track trainer just to see like, hey, here's proper form when you're running.
Exactly,
he
like
so awkward.
It's cute that they like expanded on his story and everything a little bit, and it's really wonderful.
Iris West actually came back. That's Iris West. Iris.
Oh, right. Oh,
yes.
The girl he saved. Okay, that's cute.
Yeah.
I dig that. Played by Kiersey Clemons, an excellent actress, by the way.
Yep. See, I don't know all these characters, all these people names. He knows all these people's names.
Oh yeah, like
this is why he's here.
Trust me. Like every actor that was in that movie, I possibly know. So what you get? Kiersey Clemons, Ezra Miller, Jason Momoa, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck. I mean, we know all the big names. So
yes.
Okay.
Jesus.
Really, really, really good for Flash. They just need to change his running animation because I'm like, you've seen Flash run in so many movies, so many shows.
Just run like a normal person. Like he's like
exactly. I'm like, what is this running?
It's not even normal.
Are you okay?
He looks so awkward running. I guess they want to make it like his character because he's awkward, but even still, like he needs to learn how to run better. He can't be using his Speed Force run like that. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, it's also just funny because when you look at Barry Allen in like other like iterations, he's a little more suave, a little more debonair.
Yeah, this one
and this one like he's like super awkward and like he just fumbles over like a certain thing.
It's like Michael Cera pretty much if he was a Flash.
Yo, I mean, if I want to be honest, I wouldn't mind Michael Cera's Flash.
Of course you would.
And look, as a man who loves like Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, I would absolutely support it. Like he will be a little awkward, but at least the awkwardness will make sense. Ezra Miller is like a lot more suave in like other movies that he's been in. He's so charismatic, and then you see him in this, and it's just like.
I mean, I think that was Zack Snyder's choice though.
That makes sense
to make him like that. Because I'm pretty sure if he wanted him to be suave, he could have easily did it because he's done it in other movies. So.
That's true.
But yeah, his new scenes with her, with Iris West was such a great scene.
Yeah.
The Speed Force thing at the end was, that broke my heart because I know he's like, the timeline. He's the only one who knows that. So it's like, he knows if he's doing it, it's going to mess things up probably just to like fix things temporarily.
Yeah.
Which is probably why they're going to have that whole thing with Superman may go crazy. Which is
that's going to be an interesting thing to see.
Yeah, because that body that he was holding was more than likely Lois's.
Oh, yeah.
That's why he kept saying Lois is the key to him not snap.
Right? Oh, man. Look, anything happen to Lois, Earth is done for. Like, Superman, like, my girl dead? Y'all dead.
That's literally the storyline for Injustice. So,
oh, yeah.
Because she dies and he goes berserk.
Ooh, an Injustice movie would be so good.
It would be. It'd be really good. Might as well.
Yeah.
They're setting it up.
Yeah.
Even though the only problem is they means have this watch. Well, Nightwing's already dead, I think, in this universe.
Yeah, because that was the original. That was one of the original scenes from the theatrical cut where like Batman's like looking at the Robin suit and everything that he's got like a case for, and it's got like, I forgot what it says on it.
I forgot what it says. Something stupid that Joker
Joker's like hee ha ha, I killed Robin. What you gonna do about it, Batman? Like Joker pun, whatever.
Had to kill my Robin of all the Robins. Why couldn't he kill Damian?
Was it Nightwing?
I think it was. It was before he became Nightwing.
Oh.
He was still.
Oh yeah, he was still Robin.
Yep.
Damn. And you give my man a chance to fly.
Didn't even give him a chance.
Didn't let my man leave the nest or anything. That's messed up.
Well, we can't not talk about the thing happening with Ray Fisher because that was so important to this conversation. That is so important.
Good on the Schneider cut for expanding on Cyborg's character.
Yeah, because that's going to now put more pressure on Warner Bros. To say, hey, this was like a real thing. Because Ray Fisher's been like enthralled in this like case with Josh Whedon mistreating him on the set,
right?
The reshoots for that movie.
Yeah,
And he came forward, and he said his piece. He made it public.
Right.
And they did a whole investigation and everything. Josh Whedon, of course, not saying anything because he better not.
Oh, of course not. Like, especially like after like all the other allegations came out.
Yeah.
From like other stuff that he was on, like what stuff as far as back as Buffy.
Yep, Buffy and Angel.
Oh, I forgot he did Angel.
Yep.
But it makes sense because like he created Buffy, but still like.
Yep. So all that's tied together now. So now his case against him is looking really bad. And now that movie's made even worse because like he took out all the people of color.
Yeah,
like all of them.
Exactly. Like I didn't even know Iris Russ was in the movie until the Schneider cut.
Yep.
Cut out a lot of pretty much cut out what Cyborg, his dad.
He cut out like almost all of Cyborg's whole arc.
Yeah, because he even cut out Silas's dad's assistant and everything, the Asian character.
Yeah, but it's gonna be the Atom later. So
not Joss Whedon, you're a bastard.
He's terrible. Like he literally sabotaged that movie on purpose. I think that's what happened. Because like, first of all, Zack Snyder even asked. Well, he wasn't the person that he appointed to do the rest of the movie for him. Like everybody said, "Oh, he asked me to do it." No, that was Warner Bros. Who just got decided to do that.
Terrible. I wonder. Wait, who did Zack Snyder want for?
He didn't say.
Okay.
But it wasn't Joss Whedon.
Josh. And I think that's probably the only reason like Avengers did like pretty decently, mainly because there wasn't that many people of color. But I mean, there was Nick Fury, but I'm pretty sure Samuel L. Jackson wasn't going to go.
He wasn't going to have that mess.
No, like absolutely
Sam
not.
Jackson. He got too much clout. He is the black premier. But I think Ray Fisher doesn't have the same amount of clout as.
Well, no, of course not. But also, this is Sam Jackson we're talking about. Sam Jackson ain't going like what? Joss Whedon gonna tell me to do what?
Exactly.
To be where? To do who? To reshoot what?
Exactly. So it's like he knew who he could do that to, who he couldn't do that to.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate that it took so long and everything for like Ray Fisher to get like some semblance of like justice. About or at least starting to get justice and everything.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to be now because the fact that the movie came out and we're seeing the results of what it was, and the fact that Karishma from Angel came out and said she supported him and put her story out about what happened when she was doing Angel.
And it shouldn't have took that for him to be believed about like everything that was going on.
Yeah, because nobody believed her back in the day when she said that stuff about that show. People like, oh, girl, shut up.
Right? Like, Joss Whedon ain't never did nothing
exactly.
like that.
Joss Whedon's considered like this super feminist icon when it comes to like movies and nerd stuff. So like, of course, they pop him up.
But then we have to go back and look at his work, because he's the reason why Black Widow like said that weird thing about like kids and stuff.
That was weird.
Age of Ultron, and it's just like, what?
Yeah.
Like you're worth way more than your uterus, Black Widow.
Yes.
Like, what are you talking about? And yeah, after finding all this stuff out, I'm just like, no, why?
Because he doesn't have anybody to answer to, pretty much. Because especially the fact that a lot of those movies were doing so well, when you're making money like that, who cares about morality and stuff?
And that's really unfortunate. But I'm glad Ray Fisher is starting to get like justice, or at least like getting acknowledged that hey, these things happen to me. Joss Whedon is a terrible person, and we shouldn't be working with him.
Yep.
And like stop listening to his ideas because clearly like they're terrible.
And then like a lot of the execs that Warner Brothers are actually like siding with Joss Whedon and stuff, which is really weird.
That was another thing that I like found out too, like that they were like okay with like everything that was going on, and that really like it hurt. I was like, how could y'all be complicit in everything that's going on with Ray Fisher? And
he's a black actor that's relatively new. Like this, like his biggest film he's been in.
And that's fine, but like just because he's like a relatively new actor and he's black and everything doesn't mean you have to mistreat him as well.
True, very true. But mistreatment of black people on sets of movies like this is very common.
Yeah, you hear it all the time. Where let's see, that like I think another good example was a black actress on like Boy Meets World.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
And, when all that stuff came out and everybody was like, yeah, like we were complicit, and it's like that doesn't make anything any better.
It doesn't. Oh, I loved her too on that show.
She was so good.
Oh, That's one of my favorite shows too. So we're finding out about Topanga being a racist piece of garbage.
Oh my god,
I was like, dang, that hurt.
Topanga was one of my '90s crushes, and to find out like Daniel Fishel was just trash.
Yeah,
not great.
Yeah, that was a hard pill to swallow because I used to love watching that show. That was one of those TGI Friday shows.
Oh man, like ABC in the '90s on a Friday night was
too good, like undefeated.
But
yeah, black people getting mistreated on sets, especially when it's like a lot of white people, is not nothing new. But I'm glad that we're able to have a place now where people can say their piece. Out loud.
I think to go back a little bit to like them. I think that's like another thing that I'm kind of worried about too.
Yeah.
But definitely like good on Ray Fisher for like sticking to his guns, being adamant about like getting. He is
very adamant. I'm glad that he's been sticking to it because he could have got hushed up.
Yeah, like I like that was the last thing I wanted for like Ray Fisher to get like blacklisted and everything because of Josh Whedon's like just nonsense.
And then Zack Snyder got mixed up, like he got mixed up in this too, because of course, if his version came out, it would have what we expected, probably right when we got now.
Right.
And then his whole career went under the toilet because they like, oh well, Josh Whedon tried to save Justice League, but he couldn't because it was already trash. That's kind of the difference they kept him like going with. I'm like, no, it wasn't trash.
And I think that's the thing that like messes me up about it because I remember you were like adamant about the original cut of, the theatrical cut of Justice League when it first came out. And you were like, this is good. I was like, Michael, no, this is garbage.
I knew the parts that were good, there were parts that were bad.
But you were still loving it. And
overall, cause I knew there was something there. Like, I felt like there was something like, okay, hopefully it's like a director's cut come out or something.
But I think the thing that made me just automatically say it was trash, because like this is like what we got, and but like you said, there was definitely a lot of things missing from it.
Yes.
So I didn't think about that at the time, and I forgot about the whole like thing with like why Zack Snyder had to leave to begin with.
Yeah.
And like I didn't know originally that the movie was basically done.
Yeah, it basically was all done, and
then the unfortunate like untimely death of his daughter.
Yeah, who he dedicated the movie to. Which was
I saw that at the end, and that really touched me because
that did too. I'm like, oh,
because it makes so much sense, and I'm just like, yeah, she deserves that.
Yeah.
And good for Zack Snyder to do that too and everything, and like really nice of him to just say like, you know what, like go ahead and like do this because. The people kind of deserve like a decent film, and it definitely, I feel like just the Snyder cut overall makes the pacing a little bit better.
Yeah,
it definitely still feels like it runs a little long.
I mean, I used to watch like Lord of the Rings, so I was good.
That's fair. I mean, hell, I sat through 3 hours of Endgame, so this is just another drop in the bucket for me. Like, oh, another extra hour tacked on, fine, I'm cool with it. Getting more backstory on like characters. Another good thing they did was the whole Aquaman stuff.
Yeah,
getting more backstory.
So I remember I was like, "What's the deal between those two?"
But it also makes things weird when you think about the Aquaman movie.
Yeah,
because like he's meeting Mera for the first time in Aquaman, but he's also seeing Mera here. So I'm just like,
yeah,
what?
I'm pretty sure this is after Aquaman movie because he left the trident there. But wait.
No, he still had his mom's trident.
Yeah.
And so, like, they're going to need to do, like, some kind of, like, I'm going to sit there and take... Also, Mera's hair was a mess in Justice League. I'm going to just say that.
I mean, it was the best of both movies, honestly. That red wig they put on her head and Aquaman.
I mean, I just like the bright red. Like, this, like...
That was a whole wig. It was very wiggy.
It was, but, I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. Amber Heard is out as Mera.
Yikes. I don't know. They didn't say she was yet.
I heard she got fired.
I heard that she's still there because they still do that whole case with her. Johnny Depp is still, like, up in the air a little bit. Because it's like both sides had convincing arguments about what happened to had evidence, but I don't know, that's a whole other statement. That's a whole other thing in itself.
Yeah, well, we can talk about that in the future.
But yeah, I don't know what the future of the Snyder universe is right now because they keep saying no, they keep saying yes, back and forth. So who knows? If they throw enough money there, it'll happen.
I think for me, if anything, I want Ben Affleck to come back as Batfleck.
Yes.
I really enjoyed Ben Affleck's Batman.
I did too. It's one of my favorites.
Probably, for me, second best Batman ever.
Yeah, I'm still a Keaton fan because I'm like classic, so I'm still gonna go with him.
Yeah, gotta love Michael Keaton.
He was such a great Batman.
As Batman. I put Ben Affleck as a good second, and then Val Kilmer as third.
Yeah, I'll put the same order because it for damn sure ain't gonna be Christian Bale.
Where is he? Where's the dog?
Yuck. All right, I think that wraps up this episode. Wow, we got a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah.
All right, you have any final thoughts before we wrap up this episode of Hollywolves?
I'm excited to do another episode of Hollywolves. I definitely can't wait for all these upcoming movies and shows and everything coming out. Go watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes, on Disney Plus.
Watch The Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
You don't have to watch that. You don't have to watch that.
Watch Mighty Ducks.
You don't have to watch Game Changers.
No, please watch Game Changers. Like, I need to feel justified in watching this movie. Like, I have a Mighty Ducks jersey. I just need people to watch this with me so I don't feel alone.
You know, find you a Mighty Ducks group on Facebook or something.
I'm not doing that.
Ooh, what if we got a Mighty Ducks shitposting group?
Look, if the group ain't called Mighty Ducks Knuckle Puck posting, look, if it's Mighty Ducks Knuckle posting, I'm with it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna look for it too. If I join it, it's going down.
It's my fault. I did this. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the first episode of Hollywolves. Please check us out on our website at www.rushdownradio.net for more information and more updates on movies and all this stuff for nerds. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next episode.